Hello. Oh, geez, hold on. Oh, I'm still not used to sticky keys, but I have a plan. And the plan is to make a bunch of sidewalks. Now, I don't have replay mod downloaded yet from my transition from my old computer to my new computer. So I'm just gonna quickly run through here. The idea is that I want to do sidewalks, something similar, oh, whoops, to like that all the way around all this stuff, so that way it's a little more like nicer looking than just seeing the sides of the blocks like this. So I'm gonna come back after I figure out exactly how we want to do this, and then hopefully it will look cool. So I will be back in 1 second. Alrighty, this is what I'm gonna call the lighting update for the island. I've been updating a bunch of the lights and whatnot, and made little lantern kind of thingies to place around. I don't know. I think it's gonna be okay. They're fairly simple, and I didn't want to go like all extravagant and whatnot with them, but I think they turned out pretty cool. And then just like been placing lights and whatnot, and then I pretty much got all the sidewalks done, which is good. I have it leading like basically around all the buildings and whatnot, and then eventually I want to turn this into like a flower bed, or maybe with crops. I think that'd be really cool. But this is pretty much just what the sidewalk looks like. I didn't want to do anything too fancy because this is a fairly small island. There's not much room to do anything, so I just did a simple sidewalk. I don't think I'm going to continue the walls all the way around, at least not at the moment, because that would take a lot of time and I need some more of that granite. And then I think over here I'm gonna do like just a little bit of like a tiny park. That's what I could think of. But I need to go around and add a few more of these little light posts. So this is going to be interesting. I don't know where to place all of them. I've been trying to make it look kind of symmetrical, and most of the time I'm trying to do this at night so I can easily figure out where exactly to place all of them. So I'm going to wait for nighttime and then see what I can do to get all this area lit up. Now, I pretty much got all of the lighting done, or at least as far as I can tell. I'm still testing it a little bit just to see if anything spawns. But this is pretty much what I've done with all the lighting. I think it's kind of cool because it reminds me of like the above ground electricity wires that you sometimes see. So I just wanted to lean into the city vibe a little bit. But I also made this tiny farm, and then I did this as an example. We're going to do the rest on screen. But I'm going to go around and add a bunch of grass and greenery and whatnot, just to make it look a little bit better. I've just been removing all of the too tall grass and the flowers. I have a bunch of flowers in my inventory at the moment, so I'm gonna go back through and add them. I just want to strategically add them. But yeah, I'm just gonna go around a little bit, do this, and then come back whenever I need to add all the flowers, because I know this is probably gonna take a while. This is the biggest, smallest island that I've ever seen, aka I'm probably going to spend just a bunch of time perfecting it. So I will be back in a second. Alright, looks like nature has overcome this area now. Also, it is raining, but I'm going to go through and just strategically place some flowers. I don't know if you guys will find this interesting, but we're going to do it as I'm talking. How fun. So what I normally do with flowers is just I go through one color at a time and hope for the best. I usually do not have a specific plan for it, but this is going to be good enough. Also, I have done some testing with the lighting and whatnot. Luckily, no mobs have come up, but the drowned are evil. I keep getting mobbed by them. They are so annoying. I hate them. Future note to PB, never do anything close to the water. It is very annoying. I do not like it. I am really tempted to add something around the edges, not like a full-on wall or anything, just something that will make it easier for mobs to not come up here. I may just make it to where the edges are too tall, so that way you can only get on and off the island maybe like at the front of it or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I may just do something quickly because we do plan on switching to 1.19 soon, so this will probably be probably be the last time that I'm like editing everything on this island. So I'm gonna try to do everything that I can think of. I may do it to where I save the world download or something and like continue to edit on it in the future. I'm not exactly sure yet. But I definitely want to aim on at least attempting to do everything that I can think of to make this little island pretty cool. I probably will not decorate the inside of the buildings because I know that would take a while and I don't really have an idea for the insides yet. I did make each building with a plan, but I never really got through to fully decorating, or at least planning out the decorations and whatnot. So I will probably save that for like a future kind of thing, maybe like a look back on this area. I think that'll be kind of cool. So I'm going to continue working on the flowers and then see if there's anything else that we want to work on in this area. Well, isn't that the tiniest island I've ever seen? Okay, so I've been skipping around, showing you guys every little detail of me making this because I want to do a final tour. So, I can't really think of anything else to add, and I can't really make this area safe from the mini drowned because then I'd have to take away some of the island, or I would have to get enough sea pickles to cover all the ground around here, and that will take forever. And I do not want to spend that much time trying to go find sea pickles. So I think this is going to be the final form of the island. So, if you guys remember, this is where we started. I decided to keep this here anyway because I think it's kind of funny. And so this little tent, we had like all the storage stuff. I'm actually going to do a quick little change. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. But no, this is where we had all the storage stuff. And then this is where we had our bed to sleep in. I actually still sleep in here because it's just a little bit easier than trying to find a different area to go in. So yeah, this is where we initially started. So if we go over here, this is what I'm calling the cursed cat head gate. Because, you know, look at that. But I ended up adding a couple of lights around here and just added some more bamboo and like nature-y items and whatnot. I really like how the color palette has grown on me. I initially wasn't sure what to think about this, but it gives me very much like Starbucks vibes or Christmas vibes, so it kind of grew on me a little bit. And so we come in here. This is the storage silo. I have a bunch of furnaces. And then this is where I keep my shulker boxes, and then I actually ended up using a lot of cobblestone, so I made a little cobblestone generator, and that helped out a lot. The cacti definitely helped out. I'm really glad we ended up doing a little farm over here. And then if we just go up here, it has all the different like places for storage and whatnot. I don't have that many chests or items, so a lot of these are actually empty. And then if we go up here, I've just been keeping random like weapons and armor and stuff like that. I don't have any actual weapons, so I haven't put any up here. It's mainly just armor. And so let's go all the way back down here, down the very slow elevator type thing. And then we go over here. This is the mob farm that I don't like. It's okay. It kind of works. It's just, it's not very fast or efficient. You do occasionally get mobs down here, but it's very slow and it just doesn't help. I was kind of sad about how slow it ended up being. So if I ever do another mob farm, I don't quite want to do this design. I want to do one that like flushes automatically. I've done the ones that flush automatically before and they are so much better. I like them a lot more. And then if we go around here, this is a little gazebo thing. I've been planting trees here and then making them grow. I just don't like it when they get super tall, which is why I made this thing. And then this is where we could put chickens if I had any. I killed them at one point because there's a creeper and they were like going everywhere. And then I don't have any eggs, so I can't make any more chickens. But it's here if we had chickens. And then this is my lone sheep. I don't know what to name them, so I never named them. And let's see, little farm. And then we come over here. I did plan on this being like a tavern or like a hotel. I think it's really cute looking. I really like the way that it looks. It's just I never decorated the inside, so it's just a building. Over there is like the little mini subway station that it goes all the way down to bedrock, so that way I can mine and such. And then if we go over here, this is the building that I planned on having a bunch of shops in. Again, I didn't decorate the inside, but it's here in case I want to like decorate it down the line. We also have one of these things to go up and down. And then there's actually enough room, as you can tell, this is very thick flooring. There's enough room to actually line it with redstone and like the redstone lamps in case we want it to be like electricity or whatever. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. And then over here, this is what I'm calling the apartment buildings. Again, nothing on the inside. I actually have it all connected, and the staircase goes up all the way through all layers, which I think is pretty cool. I really like the way that it turned out. It's really cool. And then there's also a tiny attic above that. I never really thought of anything that we could do to like incorporate it in the basically overall build. It's just up there in case I want to do anything. A lot of these buildings have like little attic spaces that I didn't really do much with or plan to do much with, so I just kind of left them closed off just in case. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, this island, it was very small, but it was pretty fun to decorate. I just like how like kind of naturey some bits are, and then it's like just a tiny city, which I think is pretty cool. It reminds me of some of those like just tiny islands that are like kind of like Japan-esque. They're just like very futuristic looking, but then also incorporate a lot of like nature items and such, which I think is pretty cool. But overall, I like the way that this area turned out. I don't know what all I expected from this because I haven't really done a series on the Spare SMP before. I mainly just stream it or just play on it by myself. So I don't know. It was pretty fun to do though. But like I mentioned before, we do plan on basically changing it all, creating a new world for 1.19. I don't think I'm going to actually do a YouTube series on the next season. I'm mainly just going to play on it by myself and then stream it occasionally. I'm gonna reach out to all the normal people and let them join too if they want, but I'm gonna kind of treat it as like a solo experience, and then if other people want to join they can, yada yada yada. But yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun. It was really fun doing this, especially seeing stuff like that, and then any other areas that people have built, which I think is pretty cool. The League of Chaos actually did like a whole thing over there, which was pretty fun. They've done multiple streams, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think this area turned out pretty cool. And then I just remembered we actually did do a little spawn area over here. We haven't been over here in a while, so I'm gonna come over here and show you guys what exactly happened. We did spawn in this general vicinity, and then oh, it's raining. But if you go over here, it's a little bit of farmland and then storage, and this is actually where I initially started growing cacti, but it is very slow because I'm not in this area a lot. There's only 5 in there. It's very sad looking. But this is like a little AFK spot that I made so that way I can grow cacti before I made that farm over there. And then if we go up here, this is actually like the original tent area that I started building in. It's supposed to be a tent. I don't know. I'm not very good at building tents. It's kind of hard, but I think it's pretty cute looking. I named it the Respawn because I thought it was funny. But there's just some basic storage, free stuff for everybody, a mine, a couple beds, a little fridge, so that way people can get food and whatnot whenever they need it, which I think is pretty cool. And then if we come over here, there's actually a little bit more storage down here and some moss and whatnot. There's actually not much in the storage down here. I haven't really spent much time down here, and not that many people play, so it's not too crowded down here. It's just a few basic things, or free items if people need it. This is definitely something I want to include in next season, which I think is pretty cool. I just want to have like a communal area, and then we can all do our own separate things if we want. Just something that would make it easier for people whenever they join. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I think this is pretty much it for this world. I need to go message people and then see when exactly they want to start 1.19, but I wanted to make sure that I got all my stuff done first. You know, I just wanted to make sure that we can have like a semi-complete area, which I think is pretty nice. But yeah, I really like the way that it turned out. I definitely could add more to it, but I think overall it's pretty good. Plus, it's kind of fun to see. Oh, we're out of render distance a little bit, but it's pretty cool to see just like this little lit up area, which I think is pretty fun. I'm actually gonna get a little bit closer so we can see it all. It's kind of weird looking from the front, but if we go to the side, you can definitely see a lot more. There we go. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. On which button is it? Oh, there we go. I always forget what the little buttons are, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool, especially now at night. Night, it's like all lit up and whatnot. I think it's pretty cool looking. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode, so thank you guys for watching. If you happen to like the video, make sure to give it a like, and if you liked it even more, make sure to subscribe. I definitely do plan on doing more on the Mindtopia server, and now that I have a new computer, I'm going to see if I can do more like variety games. I think that would be pretty cool, but this may be the end of the Spare SMP on my YouTube. If you're interested in seeing 1.19 shenanigans, make sure to go check out my Twitch channel. I definitely do plan on doing more over there because it's really fun having a server that other people can join if they want to. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!